Hi guys, it's been a little bit since I did an update. Thought I'd just update everyone. I should probably start these videos a little different every time, maybe a little something exciting, but I'm just getting ready to get home to Brian. He started radiation last Thursday. So far so good. They did start him on the dexamethasone last week, which we talked about. He is actually doing better than I've seen him since he was diagnosed. He can bend over and put his socks on and without assistance, without falling over. The doctors obviously seem to think that that's the dexamethasone and not the treatment yet. They say it takes a couple weeks to even know if the treatment's like gonna work. We finally got his pathology back. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't see half the time driving. His pathology came back. He has stage 4 glioblastoma multiforme, wild type is what it's called. So it's a very aggressive form. His MGMT came back. It's a mutation, a methylation mutation that you want. And his did come back with that, which means that his particular tumors should respond really well to the chemotherapy. He didn't have an IDH 1 or 2, which usually those show up on like if they've had a lower grade glioma that's turned into a high grade glioma, that can happen. But he did not have those, not surprising. He does have the EGFR, like I said. His doctor doesn't seem to think that it's playing a huge part in the tumor itself, which of course I think it is. I've got him on methylene blue oral that he takes. I'm also getting some curcumin supplements. And then I'm still waiting for my fluids to come in. So we're doing the methylene blue oral for right now. I got pharmacy grade from a pharmacy, a compound pharmacy I work with. So yeah, I mean, we're just working with things. I'm giving him vitamins. We're not doing the vitamin C, obviously, because it can interfere with the chemotherapy. And so I'll start that again probably as he ends chemo, which will be around April 9th. So he will go off for a whole month. So he'll go off of chemo, he won't have radiation, and we won't do a scan for a whole month after, which makes me super scared. But at the same time, I also know what the symptoms are if he starts to get worse. I have an appointment early in the morning to look at a hyperbaric chamber. I'm going to purchase a hyperbaric chamber so he can also do that. I'm just checking with a few people because it does detox you. And so I don't want to put him in it if it's going to kind of take away some of his chemotherapy. But yeah, so looking into that. We also are probably going to speak with customer service regarding, it's called Optune Geo, I believe. So it's a tumor field that they've made. He has to wear it for like 18 hours a day, but it sends low frequency, like 200 kilohertz, that's supposed to keep the tumor from growing. So I kind of tease him now because he always tells me that my frequency healing that I do, my vibroacoustic meditation, that I'm selling witch oil and snake oil, not witch oil, sorry. I'm selling snake oil, and I said, well, how do you feel about that now? So we're gonna get him. I might actually purchase their bed that they have. I've got the vibroacoustic chairs, but I think it would be really hard for him to sit up for that long. So I'm trying to get the bed to do the frequency on as well. Other than that, there's really not a lot to say at this point. He's been really, really tired. I left him home for a little bit. I had a few clients at the office, and I could tell he was super tired, so I just went down. He has dropped weight, so we have to watch that. His Timidar is per weight, so if he loses 5 kilograms, then we have to redo the medication. So he was in November, I think 180 something, and when he weighed at the doctor's today, he was 163. When he weighed last night on the scale, he was like 158. So he's lost quite a bit of weight. And so I'm trying to get him to eat more. He just doesn't really have an appetite. However, if I, make something, he'll eat it. So I wish I had more to tell you. Oh, yes. So we do actually have a consult for Oasis of Hope there in Tijuana, Mexico. We have a Zoom call with them tomorrow. I will get all the information to California because we just barely got his patho back yesterday, and I didn't have my computer. I left it at work for Brittany to use, and so I grabbed that tonight. So I will get that filled out and sent to California to see what we can do there. And hopefully they'll get us a Zoom call in the next week. Of course, like I said, we're going to finish radiation and chemo here before we go back, but I would really like to have whatever set up so that as soon as he's done with chemo and radiation here, we can pop over and start doing treatments with one of the other places. Whether that's intratumoral immunotherapy or whatever else. Again, I just like to tell people, I get that he has a brain tumor and that it is inoperable, and that very, very, very few people live. But we also want to give him the best chance possible. At first I thought that I went into my business to, maybe I'm supposed to cure him, right? And then I'm like, how arrogant of me to think that I could cure him when all these scientists for years have, not been able to help. But anyway, I'm hopeful that my treatments can at least give him some less side effects. Also, I feel very blessed that I am where I'm at right now. I almost wonder now if I just went into the business that I did so that I could have the time with him. I'm with him 24/7 basically now, which is super important because we just don't know how long he has. And I don't want to always talk like he's passing away, but I also know the reality of that. And so I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm being realistic, but I'm also being hopeful that we can get into these places and see what we can do for him and his tumor. Other than that, I think that's our update, and I'll update you guys some more as things come along, and I hope you're having a great day.